What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Tactical Friday on the Tactical Leader Podcast with yours truly, Zack Knight, and my beautiful and charming co-host, Daddy Tay.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Beautiful
Oh,
and charming. I love it. Way to
so
interrupt the intro. I was crushing that.
God, sorry. Oh, I love that.
So, my beautiful and charming co-host, Daddy Tay, as we discuss everything from the battlefield to the boardroom to the bedroom, and we help you understand some of the stuff we're going through, real life applicability, tactics, and how to really truly create a better life for yourself in the battlefield, in the boardroom, most importantly, in the bedroom. This episode is all about the tactics we want you to take into this weekend, whether it's date night tonight, this is Friday, date night tonight, like we're going to have for Tay time, or into the weekend. If you can't have date night on a Friday night, take this into the weekend. We have a couple questions we're going to ask each other, ask our feedback. Yes, this is pre rehearsed, quote unquote. We've already discussed these answers with each other because there's a level of intimacy we want to make sure we maintain as I've been advised.
I
We want
love
to
you.
make sure we stay intimate with our questions. So we discuss these things prior. We want you to take these questions and take them to your partner. So that way you can answer these questions, both ask your partner, answer it, you answer it yourself, share the magnificence of appreciation that comes from these questions. And these are our tactics for the weekend for you. So I'll turn it over to my beautiful, charming, debonair co-host, Daddy Tay.
Ooh.
What question are we starting off with?
So one of the questions I loved is my home is a place to come to get support and reduce stress. List a time when your partner helped you reduce stress.
Mm,
This could be big or small.
okay.
You're on, baby.
No, that's literally where you're supposed to tell me your answer.
No, no, no. This is for you.
So you want me to answer it and then
Yeah,
you're gonna answer it?
sure.
We're supposed to answer it for each other.
No, baby, this was for you.
Okay. Oh, we're like spitballing here. Yikes. I didn't know we were like setting that up. Oh my God.
Sweetest guy. I love how you set that up just now. This is where, in relationships, ladies and gentlemen, you can miscommunicate even
What
with
we discussed is we would both answer the question for each other. You would ask your preferred question. We would both answer it.
no.
I would ask my preferred question and we would both answer it.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go ahead and change that
That
one.
no. I want that one because I want you to answer it as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh God. But I think it's important. And the value of this is to hear the male and female perspective.
I have a lot of answers on this one.
Yeah, I remember you answering 18 things. All
I
right.
know.
So
You're so
to
great.
reiterate, I am. List a time when your partner helped you reduce stress. And one of the things I wrote down, the main thing I wrote down, um, as simple as it is, coming home to clothes washed and having gym clothes ready is huge for me. This is something I mentioned about a while back, where I've never had a partner really support me in the home life, quote unquote chores. I don't really like that term because it's so negative, right? But it is technically a chore, I guess.
Stuff that's got to get done.
Stuff that's got to get done. And one thing that I wrote, why I wrote that is because you've done such a phenomenal job over the last few months where I've been super busy. My schedule shifted so hard. I come home and never have to question if I have gym clothes ready. And you've done such a phenomenal job. And I wrote this a month and a half ago, month and change ago. And you've still maintained that so beautifully where I don't have to. You even like soaked my clothes
I did.
because my clothes started getting that gym funk.
Uh-huh.
And you even like soaked the clothes, made sure they smelled right. There's such a piece to that that I value so much because it's such a simple thing that nobody's done for me, and I
Oh my
super
God.
appreciate that I can come home and like just throw clothes on in the morning and they're clean. That's huge.
I'm like, it's like super hot in here right now.
Is it? Are you about to propose?
No,
Okay. Are you going to answer
I'm
that for
getting
me, or do you
bashful.
want me to ask you a question?
I'll answer it. I've answered it in multiple ways, but I'll answer one of the answers I've given. Uh this was what, a month and a half ago. Yesterday I vented about some people that were okay with being average, and you tried to help me understand that I was doing the right thing by feeling that way and helping them up level. And you asked the question, it seems so simple, but before you try to help me understand, you listened, and as I went on a tangent, shocker, and I was just pissed. I'm like, why would you just want to be in one place? Why would you want to be so comfortable? Like, it's fun to be challenged. And I was pissed about it, and you just listened and listened, and you go, "Hey baby, do you want me to just listen, or do you do you want me to
Give
give
feedback.
feedback?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my God." And I realized it a lot more now, that I'm so guilty of just problem solving.
Humans are. You're much more masculine in that mindset of like problem solving.
Yeah.
I feel like most women aren't,
No.
but most women are going to be more sympathetic. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry that's happening. I can't believe. Not empathetic. And the true value here is the empathy attached to understanding
But
and desiring to understand.
it felt so good to be like heard, and just like, yeah, I'm here for you. And you were like, do you want me to give feedback? I'm like, yes, thank you for asking, because I've always been, and I love my family so much, and there's so much wisdom there, but that is one piece that it's like, you should have done this, this, and this, and this. And I've never like actually realized
Our
it.
families
Both of them.
are very opinionated,
We love them, but there is the
very opinionated.
where you realize like there is a level of like pressure that you can appreciate, but there's also a level of like, hey, I just wanted you to like hear me on that.
But there's also a level of, and I'm going to speak about my family.
Okay.
I think it applies to a lot of families out there,
Yeah.
as well as a lot of listeners' families. I'm doing things my family has never done. So I'm not going to receive advice from somebody that's never done what I've done or what I'm trying to do. And we talked about this on a previous episode, talking about your circle, the value of the people you surround yourself with. And comes in networking. Your family is your family. You don't have a choice in your family. Love your family for who they are, where they are, and how they are. But when it comes to receiving advice, if they've not done what you've done or what you're trying to accomplish, do not let their advice impede you.
That's a hard one.
And that it was a really hard one for me. But then I realized when I hit my one of my greatest successes in business, I was riding so high. I sold $20,000 in 1 hour. It's for my coaching program. People bought into me for a mastermind, 20 grand in 1 hour. I had a small networking event that you now know as Battle Brews. It wasn't even Battle Brews back then. A small networking event. This is what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. This is who's involved. This is what I wanted to be. And I had $20,000 worth of opt ins in that 1 hour. And a few days later, I had gone on a mindset reset, gone to Panama City, stayed in a friend's condo, checked out of the world, driving back to actually, I went from Panama City to Orlando because I had a speaking event in Orlando. I was driving back from Orlando to Atlanta, and I called up a family member, and
Um,
my family member asked, "What's going on with you?" I'm like, "Oh, everything's good. Business is good. Life is good. I'm really blessed. I'm really happy." I said all the frou-frou answers, and I got pushback. No, 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 no. Tell me what's really happening. Like, brag about what's happening. So I started bragging. Oh, I did this and this. I was offered this. I turned it down. It was a great offer, and I feel so empowered for turning that down. And then turn around, I just made 20 grand in an hour. I'm doing this and I'm doing this. I'm getting paid to travel. All the things I want are coming to fruition. The feedback I got, well, you can lose it just as quick as you got it. Make sure you update your resume. People don't understand how destructive of a statement that is. And from the receiving side, your family's just looking out for you. They just want what's best for you. They just want to protect you. They just want to look out for you. However, they've never done what you're trying to accomplish. So at times, they don't have the capability to exceed their mindset to encapsulate what you're doing.
But you can't hate them for that.
Can't hate them for it. And you don't have to allow it
100%.
in your life.
Yep. It's kind of like love them and leave them where their mind
Love
is.
them and leave them where they're at. But understand, take their advice for that grain of salt. With that grain of salt, love them for caring is the big thing. But don't let that, because it hit me hard.
I remember you telling me about it.
And it really truly, I'm like, oh, I started questioning everything I was doing.
Yeah.
I literally updated my resume because I'm like so worried about it. It devastated me. And that person has no idea that was the impact of the statement.
And person's impacted you a lot.
That person has impacted me quite a bit. And I no longer allow that person to impact me.
Yeah.
And I don't think that person knows that either.
Yikes. That's not a bad thing.
I don't think so. I got off on a tangent. Sorry, keep going.
This is you on the Fridays. I love you for it. I actually like love it. I'm actually saying
It's
that.
the tactics. Like this is so
This is you,
important.
baby. It's you. Okay, I answered my question. You answered yours. Now your turn. Fire away.
Okay, so I had a good one I wanted to ask. Oof. I love this for us because we have the same remembrance, and it wasn't that long ago. But I want to encourage those listening. Ask this question of your partner and then sit on it. This makes me smile so much every time I think about it.
I'm so nervous right now.
You should be. Every time I think about it, I'm literally lighting up right now. If you're just listening, I'm like, oh my God, I love this memory so much because I knew it was the moment she fell in love with me.
Oh my God. Why do I now I know what you're about? I feel like I know what you're about to ask. Okay, go.
So the question is, I can easily recall the time we first met.
Jesus.
Describe it on paper. So the tasking is write it out.
Don't say certain places. Just say a vague environment.
I'm going to let you answer it first, and then I'm going to answer my perspective. But the task for those listening, write it out, reminisce. And the value of this is it's so hard to emphasize. But the reality of like the value of like reminiscing of the first time you met, I'm gonna always cherish.
There's a very good reason I said what I said.
Yeah, because you fell in love with me and you
Oh
wanted
my
me.
God, baby, you know that reason. It's very logical.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stood out and you
Okay, first time I was coaching. For those of you who don't understand what I do, health and wellness, keeping fitness fun. So let's emphasize fitness here. Oh, he walked into the beautiful environment. And I happened to be on the bike that day. And I noticed his goofiness walking in and his muscles. I can relate because let's be honest, I'm stronger than him. And
That's
I
not what
asked him
the
if he
deadlift-
CrossFitted.
That's not what the deadlift said this morning.
I know I fucked that up. I was so weak this morning.
Anyways,
Anyways, I asked him if he CrossFitted. And he was super hot. um Oh, yikes. I don't even want to.
say it.
Oh my.
Say it.
So then, because I'm so fun, I held all these socials for everyone to get together, have a blast. I should have I was so good at that. Now I
Yeah.
think back on it, I would text 100 texts and like
Don't
100 people.
diverge from the question.
Okay, sorry. So we all, tons of us meet up. We have great conversation. We're already like eye connecting and reading each other's minds and like knowing how to work a room. It's really weird how this started and how like we do it now.
Oh yeah.
And then I creepily walked home with you and you could have stabbed me.
Could have.
Totally could have killed me and murdered me. And we hung out for hours and talked about some deep stuff. You tried to make out with me. Didn't happen. It didn't.
So know what happened.
Whatever.
That is so know what happened.
And then
Do you want me to dive into what really happened?
hold on. And then when I decided to leave, because I was like, oh my God, he's so hot. I'm totally gonna give in and make out with him. You walked me down, and I love this part so much because this is where chivalry comes in. Say that 10 times fast. I get in my Uber and I have my Uber driver lady was like, oh, and I was like, what? And she goes, he just like walked you down and he watched you until I drove away. Like he watched you the whole time. And I was like, oh, he likes me. But that's it. That's my description.
Are you sure?
Babe, don't be a brat here.
Oh.
You're such a false
Oh.
storyteller at times.
Let me tell you the real story. Let me tell you the real
Tell it.
story.
Thanks. They're like, no, that's not what happened.
Let me tell you.
Okay, tell it, Zach.
So there I was.
This is how you know. There I was.
New to Midtown. Keep the wine in your mouth. There, along with everything. Anyways, new to Midtown. Going to this group fitness organization. I understand what you're saying. We don't want to shout them out. I go to this group fitness organization, don't know what's happening at this specific location. Me being me, I walk in because I'm just like, blah, 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 and I want to bullshit with everybody. So I didn't even wait for class to start because I wanted to go meet the coach that was coaching. Come to find out, it was Daddy Tay. And I walk in, and without me even saying a word, she looks up, kind of like takes a quick, like shallow breath, like love at first sight.
Oh my God.
And she's like, "Oh, you CrossFit, don't you?"
Oh my, you're so
You
dramatic.
said it so there's so much you're like sultry about it. Tell me I'm wrong.
Totally, baby.
That was part of your game. That is part of your game. The way you say it, you're like, CrossFit, don't you?
You're so okay.
And I said, yeah, I used to. She's like, and then she was like, I can tell you lift. Girls, if you want a guy, compliment him if he works out. It's such a great compliment.
Stroke that ego, ladies.
No, stroke it, ladies. Stroke it.
You're an idiot.
So that was the first impression. The first time we met was her hitting on me.
Oh.
You were definitely hitting on me.
That's why they call me Daddy Tay. I get what I want.
Okay.
I'll
okay.
take her.
So let's fast forward to that first social.
Was that the first one though?
It was the first one we connected.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the situation you described. Let me give you my perspective.
Okay.
Oh, this is good. I walk into this social that you put on through that organization.
Fucking stellar at it.
Stellar. I walk in and I was the wallflower we've talked about.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. I was off in the corner at the bar.
Okay. Okay. Touche.
See,
Touche on that one.
I was off in the corner at the bar waiting on my drink, and you recognizing the wallflower that knew nobody at this point, literally just moved to Midtown, just started the gym. It was within a few weeks of me moving in that whole area. You walk up to me, you slam a shot down, and you look at me square in the eyes, and you're like, "I'm your daddy tonight." I swear to God. You slam a tequila shot down, you're like, "I'm daddy tonight." We take a shot and you walk off.
You're disgusting.
That's what I swear to Christ.
That's what you keep telling yourself.
The way you're laughing, you know I'm right. And from that fucking moment, we've been inseparable. Because I've told that story to so many people. That is literally what happened.
Oh my God.
Have I never told you this?
Yes. When you've told other people, I like curl up. I'm like fetal position because that was my fucking stage. Like, there's no taking.
Yes.
And I was like, fuck off. I don't care.
You were in these ripped jeans, super fucking hot. The ass was looking so good. You were in this stupid little sexy tank that you always wear, super tight, showing off the muscles, showing off like the beautiful body that you have that I now appreciate and worship every moment of the day.
You do.
And I didn't even know you like that at that point. The only occurrence I'd really had with you at that point was like, "Ooh, you CrossFit, don't you?" So I knew I'd already caught your eye. But then for you to be so assertive, ladies, this is hot. All right. Guys love this. For you to be just so assertive, to walk up, slam a shot down, say, "I'm daddy tonight."
That's terrifying.
I instantly, it's not quite love at first sight because that was what you had. I was like,
Oh,
love
wow.
at first shot.
Baby.
And
Okay.
then,
We'll go with it.
and then, being the gentleman I am,
If you guys could only see my face.
thank God I'm on camera still. Being the gentleman I am, hey, I would love for the night to continue. Come back to my place. We keep talking. Did I even lay a hand on you?
No, you were very respectful.
And what did you do?
Because I'm being real here, guys. I've never done that, nor would I. It's like we weren't on a date or anything, but that's like a first date thing.
Mhm.
Like hardcore. I don't kiss. I do not. We're fucking friends on the first date. It's
But
like,
what did you do? I'm going to call this out.
oh yeah, definitely came back.
You came back, and then
What?
so this was slick, and this is one of Taylor's premier moves that she still uses to this day. I know you don't know. This is one of Taylor's premier moves. She threw her legs across my lap.
No, no, you asked me to.
No, I did not, Taylor. Tammy. Exactly. No, Tammy. I may have said something
You
along the
grabbed
lines.
dumb.
No, I might have grabbed your leg. Yes, I would never
But
grab.
he was very respectful.
I might have grabbed your leg. I might have put my hand near your knee, right? Because I'm very mindful of this. I'm truly mindful of, especially in that dating world, trying to be very respectful of women because you're back at my place. There's a level of insecurity.
Yep.
And all the things attached. And guys, the best game is respect, truly.
Yeah,
Right?
if you don't like go after her hardcore.
It's not even go after her. I was going after you for
Yes,
sure.
but with a respectful
But
way.
to the level of respect where I wasn't forcing or making you uncomfortable, making
Yes.
advances that
You were
weren't
not
warranted.
forceful.
Right?
Super. Ugh,
So I might have
turn
put
on.
my hand on your leg, but then as we're sitting there, you turn and put your legs across my lap. You still do that to this day. You absolutely love putting your legs across my lap. I've recognized as one of your moves of intimacy.
How dare you? Don't you put your cop ways on me, Mr. Slot.
Did y'all hear that? How dare you? I can't believe it's just not right that you just called me out. That was your move. That was your move to signify intimacy and like you uh, opening the window, not the door yet, the window of you were interested in me. You were
Yep.
comfortable enough to put your legs across my lap. I didn't do anything inappropriate. We didn't even kiss that night.
No.
Did I? Now, when we hit the elevator, I don't even think I tried per se,
Oh, okay.
but I nibbled on the ear. I breathed on the neck.
Yeah, you were like
I was
pretty much
working
trying to
it.
put me against the wall. I'm like, oh
Oh, I
no.
did put you against the wall and you loved it.
Oh my God.
Put you against the wall, breathed on your ear, breathed on your neck. Guys, they love it. But then I ended the night in ultimate respect. Walked you to your Uber, didn't fight or complain or whine to keep you there, and then watch you get in the Uber for safety concerns,
Yep.
respect. You drove away, and that was it.
That was it. That's all she wrote, folks.
Until like 2 days later when she came back for the kissing part.
Yeah, that was the, and here we are.
2 years later.
Here we are, friends.
2 years later.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Yikes. Almost.
Almost 2 years.
Almost. You're
I
so
feel like it's been
lucky.
forever.
You're so it has been. I've lost hair over this.
Oh my God, you don't even have hair, Zach.
That's such a good question. I love reminiscing about how we first met.
Yeah.
Remember that time at the restaurant with margaritas?
No. Which
Yeah, the,
one?
the Mexican restaurant in Midtown. We went out with people. We got margarita drunk, and you like professed your love for me, and they caught attitude.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. That's not the question.
I
Stay on
love
topic.
reminiscing though.
You love that.
I do. All right. So ask your question one more time.
I mean, it was your question, baby.
Mm-mm. Ask your question one more time so
Oh,
that they know the two questions to go ask their partners.
my home is a place to come to get support and reduce stress. List a time when your partner helped you reduce stress.
That's Taylor's question. Ask your partner that one. Answer it for yourself. Have them answer it. Then come together and share your answer. My question, I can easily recall the time we first met, describe it on paper. As y'all just heard, we wrote it down, described it on paper. Ask your partner to write it down and then come back and share your answers. Truly, as you heard the laughter and the giggles and the different perspectives that led to this singular journey that we're on together, it's so fun to reminisce on like those beautiful moments. And I think it's a wonderful thing that brings us back to the appreciation of how we met and what brought us together in the first place, even if it's picking at your hand.
Sorry, I'm like a cuticle picker.
I know, like the ADHD is set in after 2 hours of recording.
Uh,
Ask your partner those questions this weekend on date night. Take the time, be intentional, do those things. Do you have any last words of wisdom before I send them off?
um, be intentional with doing this because reminiscing can reminiscing can create an avenue to appreciate and love each other in a different way.
What do you say on Wednesday's episode?
Intentionality creates spontaneity.
Oof,
Yeah.
so hot.
Mm.
Great quote. So reach out to us, Daddy Tay Fit on Instagram, Zack Knight on LinkedIn and all social media. We're curious what you think, what your feedback is. What are you struggling with? How can we help? Can we help? Maybe we just talk about what you're going through because I bet you we've gone through it. And overall, I appreciate my better three quarters being here.
Same.
She's now off camera flexing. Like literally all I see is you flexing that arm. It's impressive. That being said, it's late. We're going to bed. Lots of snuggles to happen. Definitely snuggle, y'all. It's key and it's valuable. Definitely snuggle.
It's true.
And even when Taylor says she hates snuggles,
It's not true.
it's her favorite thing in the world.
Shut your mouth.
Y'all go have a good weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Ask the questions. And we will catch y'all on Monday.
Much love, peeps.